The National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And some space here.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And the Colts coming out now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Solid, set. 180. Jack 16.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
50. Set. 180.
They run with Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's Hines. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Calling a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On second down, Hill. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
This is Hines. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. and sacked back at the 38.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep here he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get it to Landry there. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go.
Probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Landry now on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. He was looking for Landry that time. But they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Booker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now it's Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll set up to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Hurry up, let's go! Snickers, 66.
They begin the drive with Hines. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Let's go!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Snickers, got spin.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And able to find Green. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll go on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. All the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Landry. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Johnson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. Oh, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready? Black 20. Double bump.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down, they're going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards that time for number 19. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kiki QT, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Quarter. Set.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Set. Black 80. Whirl. Go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.